What's going on, people? We got today I had I guess it was yesterday technically. Got a 0562 in the mail. I had ordered off of eBay. I got that thing zoomed in a little too much. There we go. Maybe that's better. I'm gonna reposition this light too. I got a different work area. I mean, it's not really a new work area. I just kind of moved my stuff around, but this is one of them that I haven't had before. Like, I've had one very similar to this, but it was an LMAX. This is one of the, like, that serial numbers in 8,000. It's like 8522, something like that. It's an S35V. I don't have all the specs memorized on. I want to say it's got a 3.5 inch, maybe 3.25 inch blade. But what I really want to talk about is I've had the carbon fiber model and 20CV in the past, and I've had the titanium model in the past, and I can't remember what steel that was. That may have been 20CV as well. I don't know, but man, I got this dude in the mail. I bought it secondhand off of eBay, and I overpaid for it. I knew I overpaid for it, but I overpaid for it because I wanted it. I've never experienced S35V in with zero tolerance before. With other companies I have, and it's not been bad, but this thing come in, it wouldn't cut warm butter. So I contacted the guy, and I was like, man, I said, your post said it was barely used. Like, you said you bought it new and used it for a couple of weeks, and dude was real cool about it. And I told him, I said, I'm not mad or anything. I said, but this thing is you know, it's well used, you know. It didn't have the greatest pictures, you know. Of course, it was one of those posts. It's like, please view pictures. It had good enough pictures for me to be able to tell it had this piece right here, you know, like that was a stop bar. I mean, I'm sorry. What? That's not. I can't remember what that little screws. Anyway, that if it ain't got that little screw, it ain't real. Not on a 562. Like, so if you ever see one for sale, there's some for sale right now on eBay. As a matter of fact, for like $250, 229, 239, 249. You can see them, and if it shows a picture of it and it ain't got that in it, it's a no go. I've never seen a 0562 without one. You know, that's the over travel. That's the Hinder over travel thing. You probably already know about that. So this ain't gonna be like a real review per se, but just gonna tell you about my experiences getting it. I'm glad to have it. I really am. I've talked to my buddy Nick, and he may you know. He said, send it to me, man. He said, before you send it back to ZT, send it to me. He said, I think I can put a better edge on it than ZT. And I'm sure he can. But, you know, I know he's not a huge fan of S35VN in general. Like, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, if it all else fails, we'll get ZT to take care of it and put a factory edge back on there. And then, like, she'll be able to work with it from there. But, man, this thing was awful. I've been going at it for an hour. I don't feel like I've made any ground at all. I got it to where it was finally working a burr, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of curious. I mean, I'm not the best sharpener in the world. I use this thing right here. You know, y'all know about that. Uh-oh. Sorry about that, y'all. It's not gonna. I can't mess with this thing once I set it, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, I use a Work Sharp precision sharpener. You clamp it in there, you set your angle. So I had 18.5 degrees, and I went at it for a little while with. I wasn't trying to reprofile the blade or anything, so I didn't go for the most grittiest. You know, I started off with fine. I wasn't making any ground. Just trying to hone it in. I was doing nothing. So I wound up working my way back to like 200 grit, and or 220 or whatever it come with, and Nothing, man. I couldn't make no ground with that. I finally got it to where I could work a burr, and usually, if you can work a burr and get it nice and even, then you got something to work with. I mean, I left my fingernails long. I knew I needed to do some sharpening when I got home, so I like using my fingernails. But anyway, that's just a little quick rundown, just kind of introducing it to the collection. I'm gonna keep it, like regardless, because I've had a bunch of 562s. I've never had one in this model, so I'm excited to have one that is one of the older ones that wasn't so popular. But like, I'll go ahead and tell you straight up, for a few extra dollars, I could I mean, like, I could add $30 to it and got a brand new carbon fiber in 20 CV. Like, so it wasn't the smartest buy, and I realized that, it was the one I was looking for. I'd really like to have one in LMAX again, but I'm gonna add this one to my collection until I can find one in LMAX. I don't see those for sale as often, and when you do find one, I would say 9 times out of 10 they're not legit, especially if you're looking at it on eBay. So, man, we've been talking about almost 7 minutes, so I'm gonna cut this off. But introducing this one to the collection, come hell or high water, we're either gonna get a new blade from ZT, or we're gonna get an edge on it. But come hell or high water, we are going to get this thing back into user shape. Barely used. Look at that pipe clip. I'm okay with it. I don't care how. It don't matter to me. Like how much somebody uses something. But be honest about it. Like, yeah. Anyway, y'all take care of yourselves. I'll see you on the flip side. This will not be this won't be the only video I come out with today. I'll be coming out with something. I'm gonna talk about the Christmas giveaway. I finally got in touch with Blade HQ. Man, them people were scaring me for a second. But y'all take care of yourself. I'll talk to you in a little bit.